What's up YouTube? Reefing with Ryan here. Today is part one of the 100-gallon tank build. Pretty much I'm here today. I have already buffed out all the scratches out of the tank the best I could. I've painted the stain in the canopy. So our main goals for today is to get this thing plumbed, and I need to finish building the sump, and I'm going to kind of show you guys the process. I'm not going to walk you through step by step. A lot of this is my first time as well, so it's just going to be a learning experience for me as well here. But I do want to take you along for the ride, so I'll show you what we got going on. All right, so here's our 100-gallon tank. I've already drilled the return line holes, so I'm using 3/4 inch for my return lines. This is an acrylic tank, so you don't have to use a diamond tipped bit. You can just go to your hardware store and get a normal hole saw. So this was just a standard hole saw. I actually picked up a set from Harbor Freight, and I bought mine through bulk Reef supply, my bulkheads, and it says on their website what size holes you need to drill. So these fit perfectly, and I just have my lock line here with some threaded in to the bulkhead. So my next thing that I need to do, I have that done on both sides. I already have the lock line installed over here. So that's what that's going to look like. These holes and stuff are already cut in this tank when I got it. I think it came stock that way. I've never used them for anything, and they didn't really fit the purpose of this build, but I've got marked on top where my overflow is going to go. So this is the overflow that I ordered off of eBay. It is a slimline. I kind of wish I wouldn't have gone this route. I do want it to be less intrusive in the tank, but I'm not going to be able to fit any plumbing in here, so it's just going to be bulkheads. Also, I'm pretty much going to have to put it in a way that there's no maintenance because of the rim on this tank. I'm not going to be able to access the overflow. I do have a lid for it, but I'm actually going to probably silicone it on because I want to make sure nothing will ever get back there, because I'm not going to be able to get into it easily. Not at all, actually. I'm going to have to drill the holes for the bulkhead, and then silicone this overflow box on, and I'm hoping the silicone holds well to the acrylic. I've kind of looked it up. I've seen both ways that you could use silicone or acrylic glue. I didn't have easy access to the acrylic glue, so we're going to try the silicone and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll try something else out. So I'm going to drain what little water's in this tank out, lay it on its back here. We'll line up where we want the overflow to go and drill our last 2 holes for the bulkhead. I just finished making my sump. So this is my first chamber here where my drains will overflow into, and I'm going to have my skimmer in here. It is a little tall, but I'm going to have a platform for the skimmer to be on. Kind of the way that my stand is, as wide as it is, I could only fit 16-inch deep tank, so I couldn't use a 40 breeder like I wanted to, but I think this is going to work just fine. It's a 55-gallon, and I just took the top rim off of it. Just need to clean it up a little bit still, but yeah, so I got my first baffle here. It'll overflow. This is going to be my refugium. I wanted this to be as large as possible, and then I moved these over to make a little more room for my pump. But I have a baffle here that'll overflow, a piece of egg crate in here just to put some filter pads, and if I run Chemi Pure or anything like that. And then it'll also serve as a bubble trap, so it'll go under, and that'll be my return pump chamber. And then I had some extra room. I didn't want it to be too large, so I just included my auto top off because my tank's only 5 foot wide, so I'm not really going to have much room with a 4-foot tank underneath there. And so that's going to be my auto top off as well. It should hold about 12 gallons from doing the calculations on it, so that'll be more than enough. And I can just have that overflow right into the chamber next to it. I've already checked it, it holds water just fine. I'm just waiting on these 2 baffles to fully cure before I water test the rest of it. So that is the sump so far, and I'm getting ready to finish plumbing the tank, and we'll check that out. All right, so we're back. I'm giving it a test fill now to check my plumbing. See, I put my Ocean Revive lights on here. Still got to figure out how I'm going to mount them in the canopy. But mainly, I didn't get my overflow in there. I got my return lines. I'm going to come around the back here. I'll show you the plumbing. Still have it pulled out away from the wall while I'm filling it, just to test to see, make sure we don't have any leaks. So I have my 2 1-inch drains with airline in them in case to get gurgling out. I've seen a lot of people doing that. So I wasn't really able to use 45s the whole way, so I just kind of had to 90 it into some unions and some ball valves into my sump, into the first chamber there. And I did actually go pick up a Reef Octopus skimmer today, used. So then I just have kind of same thing here, 90 on up to my return lines, and then to a ball valve onto that J-Bow pump. So I'm gonna let this fill up a little bit here. And sorry I'm like super close, I just don't have a lot of room to work back here, but let me get this filled up and so let's see if it works. All right, so here we are. It is completely running now. And I think I kind of have it dialed in. This is, like I said, my first build that wasn't like a kit build out of like a Aqueon tank, like Reef Ready system. So yeah, I'm kind of learning as I go, but it's a little noisy for me. But I'm sure I can figure it out. Just gotta play with it a little. Show you here. So yeah, I did dial back my drains a little bit to try to just create a full siphon so it's not being so noisy. I'm getting that gurgling noise. And I think I'm still running my pump a little high. I'm gonna have to mess with it and see. But yeah, pretty much. I do need to get some PVC hangers. My hardware store doesn't sell them, so. And I'm gonna have to raise the protein skimmer up, but I already knew that. I have a marine pure block to put underneath of it. It's kind of just to test fit it. But yeah, so I mean, it's working good. It's overflowing as it should. And yeah, it's not quite level where it is, but like I said, this was just mainly a test run. And I do have my auto top off here that I didn't fill because I don't need to right now. But yeah, it's working well. I'm not sure that I have the flow where it needs to be or anything like that. I'm gonna have to mess with it and see. I know my pump's way overkill for this tank, but I would rather have way overkill than be underpowered. So I got more to play with, and if I ever add on like a manifold for a reactor or anything, I got plenty of power. So no upgrades pump-wise in a while, but that's the tank. This is gonna be the final part of this video, guys. Next part, we will work on aquascaping this. So hopefully I'll get it in place here. We'll get the stand on it, and we'll figure out an aquascape and start getting this thing cycled so we can start having a huge reef tank in my living room. I'm very excited. So anyways, if you're wanting to follow along with this build, or if you got any tips or tricks for me, since this is my first time, leave a comment down below and subscribe to me, and I'll see you guys later.